Okay. Welcome, guys, to the last event of Aranya. A very good evening to all of you. Hope you all are doing well. First of all, thank you all for the support throughout the week and joining the events. Today, we have a session on time management, and we have Sharad Verma with us as a speaker. Mr. Sharad Verma is an Indian and South Asian experienced sales director and marketing leader with strong business development professional skills in the marketing management, mapping, and access. And today he is guiding us on all time management. Here the mic goes to Sharad sir.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. I think that we are only 5:07, which is not good start for starting a time management discussion, but it is okay. So I'm sure that all of you are doing, just a big question, all of you are doing engineering or some other courses there. I guess it should be engineering from there. If you can reply back.
Sir,
Yeah.
yes, sir. So we are doing BS degree, like BS in data science and There are some who are doing BS degree in electronic systems as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I think that indispensable skill these days is time management, because the complexity of life which we live, if you're not able to put up a smaller blocks for our time that where we want to use, we will lose our focus. So it's important for each one of us. And student life, I kind of feel that once you have this in control, you can control many things, but it is easier said than done. It's a difficult task for each one of us to manage priorities. But to have a balanced and fulfilling life, especially in a student life when you have many tasks at place, it's not easy. And can you just project? So with this presentation, I will introduce you myself as well. Yes, yeah. Thank you very much. So I will be talking about today the mastering the time. Yeah, first slide, please. And then the second slide. The previous slide, please. You're going ahead, I think. Yeah. So mastering the time, it's art of effective time management is not known to actually most of us. Anybody says that he has mastered it is not something. Everybody is work in progress. People keep managing their time. But every time there is some kind of a firefighting which happens in your life, there are certain urgent priorities which comes, which takes away your routine, and then you are stuck with the same thing. Like if you start exercising, you do some for some time and manage other work, but some days you fail to do that exercise and you start thinking that you don't have time. So these are the challenges which each student have in their life, and everybody of us has in their life, and it is not easy to manage. So let's just start with my introduction. I will try to give you something which I have followed and also I have read through, seen through. This is my family, myself, my beautiful wife Shikha, and my son Siddhant, and my daughter Avika. And I will introduce you my professional journey. Next slide, please. So, yeah, this is my professional journey. It is around 23 years now in the industry. I started in a company called Invaluable in Jadipka, worked there for 1 year each, and then joined Aranya where I worked 10 years, and moved to Johnson Johnson where I worked for 7 years, and now for the last 3 years I'm working with Oya as sales director. So I'm managing India business, Nepal and Bangladesh business. Move to the next slide, please. Anywhere, anytime you have any question, it will be good for you to stop me, and then I can talk. If you see that, especially engineering student studies are intellectually rewarding. There are many things to learn, but when it comes with the unique challenges, and those challenges are tight schedules, numerous assignments, you see that a lot of projects which you keep getting, and most of you face this challenge of managing time. So there's definitely academic rigor which you go through, very intensive and demanding. You have to balance many things, multiple courses, lab projects. There are many personal, professional things which you are not able to manage. Some people are not able to manage. Some people master this, and to avoid burnout, it can become overwhelming. And if it is not managed effectively, it can be very um, problematic for health, and also it can create a problem in your study. So what are some of the strategies? And these are some says which you can see that many people have said time is created thing. To say I don't have time, it's like saying I don't want to, because if I want time for myself, I manage. And that I will talk in the next subsequent slides also. So some strategies for effective time management. So if you see prioritization, there's a Eisenhower. Eisenhower has been the president of the United States sometimes, and he has been faced with these challenges. So he has created a matrix which you can go through the Google also, which is called urgent and important matrix. Something which are urgent and important becomes the priority. Something which may be important may not be urgent, which can be done later, like let's say meetings, which can be done later, but something which are urgent and important, like especially deadlines, some of the deadlines which you have to complete in time, some project which you have to submit it, which becomes urgent and important, but there are meetings, there are plannings which are definitely important for you, they may not be urgent for you, which can be done later. So this is the matrix which you can go through. I recommend that this is something which is very easy to understand, and you will gain a lot after reading this. So there are time blocks. So if you have a time block with you, you can allocate your time for your studying, projects, breaks, and routine. Unless you allocate time, it is very difficult, and you keep juggling between many things at a time. So you have to allocate time. It is easier said than done, but without this also, it is not easy to move further. These days, people have started many technologies like apps, calendar, and reminder that helps them to how many of you are doing these things these days? Because you are actually engineering student of millennium. So doing some of these things? Me. Akash Kumar says me. And some of the others have also raised hand. So it's an important thing is that if you have some task, I will just try to say something. When we have a task, it becomes impossible sometimes for us to use. But when we breaks into a smaller task, then it starts looking easier. And those smaller milestones, once we achieve, we start feeling confident about ourselves that this we are in line. So that is something which is important. So breaking tasks in smaller steps, you can design the steps. And this is also very important for engineering, because any project which you design has to be done in many smaller things. Next slide, please. The biggest challenge, I think the previous slide. Yes, the biggest challenge with each student life or anybody's life is coming that we can do it tomorrow or we can do it later. And that is a word which is called procrastination, which is a problem, and which you will see in some of your friends are regularly doing. You are asking something, they will say that they will give you tomorrow. It's especially if they have borrowed some money, they will see that they will give you answer that they will give you some time tomorrow, day after tomorrow, but you would never get back. So it has to be set clear goals. So that is important, that if you have a clear goals in mind and you want to use the 2-minute rule, like if some of the tasks which can be done in 2 minutes time, let's finish it now. Why later? You can do it today to finish it. It will not burden you tomorrow. And I have earlier talked about break task into smaller steps. So if you have something bigger, if you are able to bring it, so some of the tasks may be achieved at a time. You may not be achieved to full project, but you will always be in confidence that you are moving in the right direction. And this is important for each student. If you go in a hostel room of one student versus other student, you will see that one person is very organized, everything is kept at a right place. You would find things in a right manner, very well organized, and some people you would see that he has not even washed his Maggie, which he has cooked 5 days back. So that is something which you will find him, it's very ill organized. So these things is a very important role in our life in managing time. If you're managing something, you would be able to manage everything personally. To start with your personal life, there are smallest environment around you. If you are able to manage, like if you're making your bed in the morning, you just walk out and your mates or your hostel person or maybe somebody else makes your bed or you are making your bed. So that start from there. So that is something, if you are able to build up from there, these things comes in that managing your time. Please move to the next slide. Best way is to do something is to begin. And but balancing work and well-being is extremely important. Even if you are a very laborious person, you are into something, but finding a time for breaks, smaller breaks is important, because if you are not able to find something, it creates a toll on your health and physical activities also. Some of the students which I have seen that they remain in the room or maybe study for longer hours throughout the night, and they stop taking breaks. And even if they take breaks, it's not for physical activity, for smoking or something else, which is not which does not help actually. It actually goes against the health, but it is okay. It's your choice what you do, but find out something which is for physical activity, which helps. And also invest your time in mindfulness and relaxation. There are many 1 minute, 2 minute yogas videos on the YouTube. Just listening to them by putting your phone will calm you down, will help you in thinking, will help you in concentration, and will help you plan better. And this is very easy tips which you can take that normally it is difficult. And once you hear from elder people, it doesn't go well on younger people. But try sometime 1 minute, just some slow music which you hear for 1 minute. It calms you down. It takes away the tension of all the clutter from the society. And make social connection, because once you have a social connection, you interact with them. It helps you relieve yourself, your tension and stresses from the studies, and that helps you improving your well-being. Balancing hard but moments of well-being ensures a fulfilling and sustainable path to achievement. And that one thing which we have to keep in mind. And if I can conclude that strategic prioritization and Eisenhower matrix, which I talked about, but overcoming procrastination is something which each one of us to have to do. Even I have to do some time which work which can be done in very smaller time, but I say that we can do it tomorrow, and that aggravates the problem tomorrow, because that's one more work which I have to finish. And balancing work and well-being, that is something, and that makes you that can help you in making your time better. But anybody says that he's managing time very well is very difficult. So always use that matrix which I've discussed, and you would get that answer that what is urgent and important for you. So this is all about my presentation. One thing which you can reach out to me on anything, I am available, and which is my name, Sharad, this is my son and daughter, Sharad.Verma1978 Outlook or iCloud. And this is my number. And this one book I would recommend. Yeah, this is one book which I would ask you to study, because this is a very small book with very limited number of words, but it will help you understanding the life much better. Now I'm open to questions now.
Guys, you can ask your questions.
Guys, raise your hands. We will allow you one by one and then ask your question. Anchal, there are some in Q&A section. You can ask them.
Okay. So the first question is, good evening, sir. Can you give a basic design for the time management for winter especially? Because my daily routine was spoiled due to winter blues.
There is no specific ways of managing seasonality in time management. It has to start that if you have allocated time for each of your activity, you will find time. So if you put seasonality into it, that is the first excuse which you are putting on yourself.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the second question is, how do you prioritize competing tasks?
So I have shared with you the Eisenhower matrix, which will give you urgent and important. So let's say deadline. If you have certain deadline in front of you, you will know that deadline is today, tomorrow, then it becomes a priority. But there is some meeting or a planning which is important for you, but it is not urgent, which can be prioritized later. Sometimes we are not able to answer this question. Try to write it down. Then you will get answer. This is urgent or important. These two words you attach, and you will get the answer.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next question is, after making up yourself balancing time and not watching Netflix, I still managed to get back where I started after a couple of days. What to do to not lose motivation?
So there are many things which you can watch on Netflix to keep you motivated. But only thing is that if you have certain important projects which are there in your mind, so you will allocate time. This is for time for me for watching Netflix. If you want to watch in the plane, complete a series in a day, then you have to allocate time, and that time usually buy on some other day. It cannot happen today that today I want to watch Netflix. If you want to watch it today, other works priorities for today has to be shifted tomorrow. But if you are able to do it, then it will help. If it is unplanned and you want to do it just like that, then it will put up attention and it will create a stress. So just allocating time that today I want to watch 4 hours. It is okay. If there's nothing urgent and important in front of you, you can do that. But that 4 hours, if you are taking 1 hour a day for Netflix, that 3 hours you have borrowed from the next week. Because each day you get roughly around 86,000 seconds in your hand. How do you want to spend it? Because every day they start, you get 86,000 credit in your bank, those seconds. How do you want to spend it? It's up to you. But if there is some work which you have wanted to schedule today, and if you want to do it tomorrow, then you have to increase the time for tomorrow.
Nandan Bhatt, you can go on.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
This
Go ahead.
I was seeing in your PPT, I was seeing there was something called as 2-minute rule. I mean, what was that again?
2-minute rule is like if there is some.
I didn't understand.
If there is something, some task in your hand, let's say, which can be finished in few minutes, 2-3 minutes time, and if that you want to finish it, it will help. Sometimes what happens, even some task can be finished. Let's say, I will give you an example. I have received the mail. Somebody has called me that this is the mail which I have sent you, and I want response. I know that I can send a response in 2 minutes. But if I have a nature of procrastination, I will say that I will do it later. It is just a 1-minute job. I can do it. I'll arrange it later. And then what becomes these 2 minutes things, which I could have done then and there, has given me extra work now. And then I am worried about lot many mails have to be responded. My inbox is full. And that creates a problem. So we have to check if that job can be done right now, let's do it. If I have to call somebody and it's a quick call, I have to finish, let's do it. Why to take it tomorrow?
So the next question we have is, the audience you have presented varies in the age group between 19 years to 65 years, and from students to the working professional to the retired peoples. In the above context, would you like to add anything more and any specific advice to 50 plus years people?
So, rule remain for everybody. The only thing is that for managing time for well-being, breaks, which would be different for each age group, because the life challenges at each age group are different. If you are unmarried, the life challenges are different. If you are married, life challenges and that requirement of time is different. If you have a kid, you need to block your time for that as well. To drop your son to school or daughter to school. And once you are old age, for spending time with your health in gym and keeping yourself fit, it is required a different time. So you have to understand your life and block your time for that. So you are able to maintain your health and priorities personally as well.
Sir, the next question we have is how to solve statistics long questions without losing interest.
I am not a chat GPT, so I would not be able to answer this. This is something which you have to understand that these are these especially statistics and mathematical modeling and questioning. It requires concentration, and concentration can be improved by having a less stress, less complexity in mind and clarity of mind. So then only you will be able to concentrate. So if you have some pending work or other things at your hand, or your concentration is divided, it is difficult. But otherwise, it can be solved. So it's a that I may be able to answer, but I'm not sure that can be long statistic solving can be solved. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next question we have is how one can get rid of any habit which is non-productive but makes you calm, but it takes your much time.
Then if it makes you calm, I don't think that it's a non-productive habit, because this is the most important thing which you can do for yourself, because a calm mind can think better. So even if it is taking longer hours but making you calm, you will be able to produce, or your productivity will be much higher. That is okay. If it is taking your time and it is affecting your productivity, that means that it is not providing you calm. It is only providing you, it is only an entertainment. The difference between entertainment and calm.
Thank you, sir. We have one more question. How to study without losing consistency?
This also is a individual choice. If you have some smaller targets to achieve, then it is easy, but it's difficult for individuals that how they can be consistent on their task. If you are managing your time better, you'll be able to focus better. So that improves your concentration and knowledge. And in a competitive world, the consistency comes by winning something. So if you're winning on few things, few smaller milestones, then it helps you compete better and achieve better. It improves your consistency.
So with the guy who had asked the question about what to do with the habit which is unproductive, he's asking that what if the habit is of sleeping more than hours?
So if you are 24 hours you have, and I think that 86,000 seconds, if it permits you to sleep for as many as hours whatever you want, after allowing your other work, you can plan to do that. It's not a problem. If it is giving you 8-9 hours with healthy sleep, it's not recommend. If your time is allowing that, if your other tasks which are given to you, you can manage, you sleep as much as you want.
Okay, sir. I guess all the questions are done.
Thank you very much, students, and I like the interaction and the different questions, variety of questions. And if there is anything which I can answer next 15 minutes, okay. Otherwise, I'll say bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for the amazing session. And thank you all for attending the session and maintaining the decorum. Guys, do check out our LinkedIn page for the slides, and do check out our Instagram and YT channels.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. I'm traveling to Kalka and just reached Kalka now.
Safe.
you. Bye-bye.
Sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.